Hello and welcome to the program today. I'm your host, Neal Howard. Thank you for joining us here on Health Professional Radio. Our guest today is Laura Alley. She's a registered dietitian and manager of nutrition and regulatory affairs for the StarKist Company. And she joins us here today to talk about health and wellness initiatives that are focused on seafood. Welcome to Health Professional Radio, Laura Alley.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Glad that you could join us today. Give our listeners a little bit of background about yourself. You're currently manager of nutrition and regulatory affairs for StarKist. Obviously, you haven't been with StarKist your entire life. Give us a bit of background about yourself as a registered dietitian.
Sure. So I've been working as a registered dietitian for over 20 years. I started out as a clinical dietitian. I worked in a hospital. I did that for a good almost 15 years. I worked with cancer patients, and then I worked with just people who wanted to be healthier, lose weight. They had issues with cholesterol or heart disease. So I worked with them on designing meal plans and helping them come up with healthy ways to eat and to live. So I did that for about 15 years and then transitioned over to the food industry. I realized that part of what I really enjoyed about being a dietitian was teaching people how to eat healthy foods and where they could find healthy foods. So through some discussions with other dietitians in the industry, I realized that this really was a good fit for me. I could work with the food companies and help them design products that are healthy and will meet a variety of people's health and nutrition needs.
Now, as a registered dietitian, you're obviously involved deeply in the recipes that come out, how the products are processed in these companies that you say you've have the ability to work for. In your current role at the StarKist Company, talk about how you ensure that we're getting health-wise what we're told we're getting.
Sure. So with StarKist, we provide shelf-stable seafood products. So primarily tuna and salmon. Both are on their own very healthy products. Seafood is a very healthy lean protein. So working with the company here, I help them. If we want a flavored product, we look for flavors that are delicious and that will complement the seafood. So things that will make it exciting for people to try more and try to eat more seafood. We look at the nutritional value of the products we provide. We are a healthy food company, so we want to make sure that the products we're putting out there will meet people's health and nutrition needs. We look for different ways to get people to eat more seafood because Americans are not getting enough seafood.
Being a dietitian and working for such a huge corporation that supplies products, worldwide, talk to our listeners about the vast difference between a dietitian who does the things that you do on behalf of health and wellness as they pertain to a company's products and someone who is a chef who focuses on healthy eating.
Well, as a dietitian, I'm trained in nutrition as well as food. So I kind of combine the two, and by having both sets of skills, I can help people find foods that, number one, will meet their nutritional needs or their medical needs, as well as finding things that are delicious and teaching them ways to incorporate those foods into their diets in a healthy and delicious way.
Do you ever focus on recipes that are for a specific part of the population when you're talking someone who's got a certain type of a digestive problem or a specific need? Are there products that you are developing that assist those folks specifically?
We do have and do come up with products for various needs. For instance, we have a number of different low-sodium products that would be appropriate for someone who maybe has high blood pressure or kidney disease who needs to watch their sodium intake. We've been looking at different products and trying to provide products that are gluten-free so that they would meet the needs of people who have celiac disease. So yes, we do look at different ways to incorporate qualities and characteristics in our products that would meet a wide variety of people's needs.
How much collaboration is there between, the StarKist company and other regulatory agencies when it comes to the products, and how you make sure that these products are safe or as safe as or above and beyond certain standards?
Sure. Our quality team works very closely we know the guidelines that FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, puts out. So they work very closely to make sure that our products meet those guidelines or exceed those guidelines for food safety, along with other organizations that have a role in making sure that our food is safe.
How often is there consultation between you and physicians who are either employed in the industry, in the food industry, for purposes of consulting with companies such as yours, and you, being a health practitioner yourself?
Sure. We do talk with other healthcare professionals on a fairly regular basis. More along the lines, we work closely with a variety of different dietitian groups, because they're really the ones who are teaching consumers about food and nutrition. So we work very closely with registered dietitians in a variety of areas, practice areas. And we have worked with other types of healthcare practitioners over the years to just kind of educate them on, when seafood is appropriate, why they should be encouraging their patients and clients to eat more seafood. Especially when things like the dietary guidelines come out, we focus on that and really get out to practitioners and say, the dietary guidelines and the American Heart Association are recommending that Americans eat 8 to 12 servings or ounces of seafood a week, and we know that Americans are getting a quarter of that. So we have worked very closely with a variety of healthcare professionals to get that word out.
What type of nutritional and wellness initiatives has StarKist been involved in, focused on our younger population, especially, with those packed lunches and different snacks and prepackaged snack items that StarKist offers to our younger folks?
Sure. We have a number of different flavored products that we've kind of targeted, not just for kids, but they really are things that are kid-friendly, like our ranch or our honey barbecue flavored tuna, as a way to kind of encourage kids to start trying seafood. Again, children aren't eating enough seafood, so we thought by adding some flavors to it, maybe that would be a way to help encourage them to eat more. We've also worked, we go to talk to the school nutritionists and talk to them about different ways that they can start incorporating tuna or seafood into their menu cycles. And talk to children about seafood and getting from them what they like. And, you'd be surprised. Kids actually like tuna.
I love it.
I think it's the adults who are afraid that they're not going to like it, so we don't give it to them. But when it's presented, they do love it.
Now, where can our listeners go and online and get some more information about some of the nutrition and regulatory efforts there at StarKist Company and about StarKist in general?
Sure. You can visit our website at www.starkist.com.
Great. Well, I thank you for giving us this information today, Laura.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neal Howard, in studio with Laura Alley. She's a registered dietitian and the manager of nutrition and regulatory affairs for the StarKist Company. And we've been here talking about some of those nutrition and health and wellness initiatives that are focused on seafood. Transcripts and audio of this program are available at healthprofessionalradio.com.au and also at hpr.fm. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes, listen in, and download at SoundCloud.